Hey lovers, I am back with another garden tour just to give y'all a little taste of what's been going on. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and comment below. Also hit that like button. It does a lot for us over at the homestead, so thank you. My herbs are doing lovely. Got some basil, thyme, and oregano. This is a pigeon pea. I've never grown it before, so I don't know what this is or why it's doing it, but I'm happy. This is shampoo ginger with a new leaf. I'm gonna put that in the raised beds that I got in the front. I don't know if you guys have seen them yet, but I'm gonna fill up that bed with a lot of the stuff that's in these pots. So just wait on that. And voila, ta-da! The Happy Trail trellis has just taken off, but in the midst of taking off, something has hit it. I'm thinking it's a disease, some type of pest, because all of the leaves yesterday just started curling up. I don't know why. I'm gonna show you from this angle. Look at that. It looks like a graveyard. I wish I would have filmed this 2 days ago because it looked beautiful. And honestly, y'all, I think it's from leaves dropping into the mulch of some type of pest, and now it's gotten into the roots and just went rampant. But now that I'm at this angle, I really can see what's hit and what's not. Like, these leaves are still pretty good. This is the loofah. These leaves, look, what is that? What is that? I have no idea. Yeah, it's all over it. I have no idea what that is, but definitely messing up the vibes. And I'm sure whatever that is what has taken out my plants. But anyway, I already have a couple new starts in the works. So make sure that if you're going to be gardening during the summertime that you're very resilient, because the season is unpredictable. Like with this vine is 120 days mature. This is when it should be fruiting right now, and this is what I'm getting. That's why you should also make sure that the seeds that you get are pest resistant, so that stupid things like this doesn't happen. This is another example of gardening in the summertime. The beautiful squash blossom that popped up right next to the vine eating boars, or whatever the freak is eating the life away from all of my vining squash, all of my summer squash. I can not seem to grow good at any squash, summer or winter squash, because this is my other squash, and this is the new squash that I had growing that I was just talking so well about. Then we have this one. It's still doing well, but I'm not going to put too much energy, I guess, into it because it could all change very soon. My eggplant looks like it's about to start flowering. That's great. This basil, I don't know if you guys remember the last video where I cut this back. Look at what has happened. Look at this basil. huge, just magnificent. So yeah, and it's pollinator heaven. But yeah, my cosmos are completely shot. They're done. I really need to get in and chop that down, so I'm about to do that too. The Egyptian spinach is a monster. It is literally tall as the trellis. That's over 6 feet. So that is a bush now. So it's the amaranth, and we actually have amaranth grain. I'm letting that dry out. But I honestly might harvest this, just cut it all back to make callaloo, and then let it regrow. And then that'll give the peppers down there some light, because I know they need it. I also planted a sunflower here that has taken off and is doing tremendous. Sunflowers grow so well when the soil is right. So if your sunflowers are growing slow, your soil is deprived. I've learned a lot about sunflowers this year. If you've been following the journey, then you know. Yeah, off to prune this pepper plant. So when pruning a pepper, you should go 3 up from the node. So you should go 3 up from the node, 3 or 4. All right. That one already has new growth, but I think I'm gonna still cut it back. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm gonna try to propagate these, peel the leaves off and stick them in some water. All right, I guess that'll do. It has a couple yellow leaves still, so I'm gonna go in and hit it with some fertilizer. Let me show you guys the tomato. Look at that. You can actually see through it. I know you guys remember last week's video, you couldn't see anything. I don't have any shoes on, but you guys could not see anything through this. So this one had a major trim up, and it looks much better. Much better, more airflow. The basil is content down there, and then we have our fruit at the top. So everything's a lot more comfortable. Our zinnias are starting to bloom. Let me put my shoes on. So these are more sunflowers that I started that are also taking off awesomely. This is the Seminole pumpkin that I put in the ground. It's finally doing something. These are asparagus beans that I have climbing up this trellis. Pineapple transplants. And yeah, I wanted to show you guys the zinnias coming in. And then back here, this one is already blooming, and it is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And it has more to go. Woo! Wow. Okay. It has more to go. And then this beautiful zinnia. That's the peppermint zinnia. So yeah, these are doing awesome. The zinnias are like my favorite part of the garden right now. They're all showing out. My wildflowers have taken a brief hiatus. They're not doing so well. This is the watermelon bed that originally I wanted the watermelon to climb this ladder. I realized that wasn't feasible really fast. The watermelon just wasn't having it. So I have asparagus bean climbing instead and making beautiful flowers, beautiful pods. And then the coreopsis here is doing amazing. Not coreopsis, celosia. The celosia is doing some crazy fun things. And like I said, the zinnias. Boy, oh boy, the zinnias this year. I'm really doing this video because I'm ready to cut these. And I didn't want to trim them back until you guys seen how beautiful, just absolutely stunning, the queen lime oranges. This bed just makes me so happy. With all the flowers and beautiful things happening. Okay. This bed we actually just got the machete for because it has definitely overgrown. Like, it's in God's hands now at this point. I need to drop all of these into the bed. Yeah, it's just a lot. This is a lot. So every time I come over here, I get overwhelmed. And I've been telling you guys that I definitely planted too densely. I did not expect for everything to just thrive and take off like this. So it definitely has a life of its own at this point. But I'm gonna come in and do some cleanup because the tomatillo is getting no sun. And yeah, it's just too dense. Just chop down the bottom branches at least for some airflow. But the problem I've been running into is everything is producing already. So I might just let it go through one round of flowering like this and then come in and chop it down, because literally every single sorrel plant is covered in sorrel. So don't want to waste a harvest. And then we have these beautiful whoa, this spider web is crazy. I actually got it on camera, I think you guys can see it. Yeah, it looks like a tripwire. Okay, this zinnia is doing beautifully. We got a couple more coming in. What the hell? I don't know what's going on there, but we love the zinnias this year. All of this corn seems to be getting pollinated. That's exciting. And then we have a couple more of these sunflowers. Lots of peanuts flowering. And seems like we have more watermelon flowering, because the watermelon in here I did not get to soon enough, and it has totally eroded in the bed. But on the plus side, that means I have more volunteer watermelon next year. And yeah, I could just go on and on and on. I'm not going to show you too much more things because you've already seen it. But you can see just how much the garden changes in a month's time. Not even a month. It's been 2 weeks since I did a video of a garden tour. So lots and lots of new growth with the lots and lots of rain. And just abundance. With every issue comes a blessing or a solution, however you choose to look at it. So I'm just really, really thankful. Even in all of the lessons that I've learned this season, I'm really, really thankful. Alright, and that's going to be it for this week's video. Closing out. Just so you guys can see how real I am, I got my bonnet on to do this exit and say thank you for watching. And we look forward to seeing you next week. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe and comment below. Also hit that like button. It does a lot for us over at the homestead. So thank you.